the Senate has had multiple votes going on throughout the day, but the main one, I want to put this up on your screen, is what we now know, that the Senate did vote on the Shutdown Fairness Act. That vote ultimately failing at the beginning of this hour. And so if you're not familiar with what we're talking about here, today the Senate was voting on whether or not to advance the Shutdown Fairness Act. This was a bill that was put forth by GOP Senator Ron Johnson. The current version of the legislation would pay federal employees who have continued to work throughout this shutdown, but Johnson has an amendment that would also pay furloughed workers. The motion to proceed needed 60 votes to ultimately succeed. Johnson noted that major unions representing federal employees also supported this legislation. But about 10 to 15 or so minutes ago, we watched as that ultimately failed. The Senate did not reach the 60 vote threshold needed to advance that. The vote ended with a 53 voting in favor and 43 voting against it. 3 Democrats did vote for this bill, it's important to note. Senators Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock of Georgia, both senators from Georgia, as well as Senator Bay Lujan of New Mexico. A procedural vote on the bill on October 23rd, a few weeks ago, also failed, with 3 Democrats joining Republicans to advance it. So I wanted to make sure we brought you that update here on Live Now from Fox. Let's continue listening in to the action there on the Senate floor with the Senator Bill Cassidy still speaking at this point.
Get something done in order to come together for a set of proposals that will lower health care costs. And both as a member of the committee, we both serve on Senate Finance, as well as the chairman of the Health Committee, it is my intent to do that. We've got to do that. But this can work this year for Americans who are going to be on the exchanges, and that's my hope. With that, I yield. Thank you.
Under the previous order, the Senate stands adjourned until 12 tomorrow, Saturday.
All right, you saw it there. The Senate just adjourning for the day. They're expected to be back in session at noon tomorrow. So, of course, we'll bring you all of those updates here on Live Now from Fox, continuing to dip into any of the action if any of those notable senators step up to the microphone to make remarks on the floor tomorrow. We are going to take this opportunity to slide away for yet another 2-minute commercial break, but much more on today's top story.